Hello and welcome back to another video. This is a different video again, of course, and I'm actually already in end of the season mode because I'm talking about non-match stuff. I'm talking about news and rumors, and I don't do rumors on this channel, but anything with a substantial link, I will talk about it. Before we get into anything that we're going to talk about today, I'm doing a watch along for Arsenal versus Chelsea, a double watch along, because we're also going to watch Leicester versus Southampton, because it's a big game in the Championship as well. And if anyone knows me, you know I watch the Championship. So I'll be a double watch along at 7:45 on this channel on YouTube. So make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're new. Turn your notifications on as well so you know when I go live. And we're trying to get to 500 subscribers. And thank you to everyone that watched the Talking Balls live stream yesterday with Mark as well. And yeah, let's get into it. So yesterday I was very excited, trying not to be excited, about the Ruben Amorim link to West Ham United. A manager that I wanted ever since he was being linked with a move away. And ever since that, obviously Moyes was definitely going to go at the end of the season. And I didn't really have much doubt, even when he was being offered a 2-year deal after we beat Arsenal, you know, being peddled out by Jack Rosser and all these journalists. It's very, Fabrizio reported today that it's very unlikely that he'll become West Ham manager after him having new talks. No one knows why. I'm getting a hint that he's just assessing his options from what journalists are saying, and the fact that it's not over, but it's not going to happen right now, is it? But I was angry. I was very angry, don't get me wrong, because it was literally only 24 hours of excitement. But a lot of people have been telling me about Paulo Fonseca. Now, I don't watch Lille, so I've been asking people, what is Fonseca like? I even asked Strasbourg Steve, who you've seen on his channel before. We did the Newcastle preview. You might have seen him on, you might see me on his channel, where I made an appearance after the Newcastle West Ham United game on a watch along stream as well. Now even he watches Europe. He watches everyone in Europe pretty much. So I just go to him if I was to want to know about someone that I haven't watched, because I've watched Feyenoord in Europe before. So I was keen on Arnie Slot, who's linked to Liverpool. Amorim, I've watched Sporting in Europe, so I was keen on Ruben Amorim. I could just know like 2 or 3 games of when they play, and it is literally 2 or 3 games each. I said 5 Sporting games. It was actually 3, because it was 2 against Tottenham that I watched when they were in the Champions League, and the same group was when they faced Marseille away from home. Those were the 3 games I watched of Sporting. I thought I watched the Arsenal games, but I didn't, because the Conference League was obviously on at the same time. I was at the, I don't know, Arsenal went out quarter-final, so I think it was Ghent. That when we faced Ghent. So I didn't watch the Sporting Arsenal games. With Feyenoord, I watched the Conference League final when they faced Roma, and I watched the 2 Lazio games. So I know that a little bit about them too. With Fonseca, I don't watch Lille. I've watched the French League before. I've barely watched French League this season. I've watched like 2 games probably. I watched PSG Marseille, and I watched Lyon versus Lens. I think it was Lyon Lens when Lyon were at home, where Benrahma had a stinker. I was watching it for Benrahma really, just to see how he was getting on and see how he'd fit in a different system. He had the stinker that match, but I don't know how else he's played in Lyon. With Lille, I never watched him, but people were telling me how good he is, and my memory of when I first remember Fonseca, I knew he was manager of Roma. I'm pretty sure he was manager of Roma when in a season where Man United faced them in the Europa League. I didn't watch that though. I didn't watch that Man United Roma game, so I don't know how that Roma team played. All I know is that Man United put them to the sword, and I'm pretty sure he played the 3 at the back. I could be wrong, but he might have played the 3 at the back with Roma. I might be remembering that falsely, but he was the manager at Roma before Mourinho. And then when Tottenham were looking for a new manager, ironically, after Mourinho got sacked, Ryan Mason was caretaker. In the summer, you might try to remember that they were linked with a lot of managers. And Fonseca was one of them, but that never went through. I'm pretty sure that was the closest one, though, that didn't go through, because Conte rejected them at the time, and then they went back in for Conte, and then they got Nuno. So he was linked there. And then he got I don't know when he got the little job, but he's playing Angel Gomez in a deep role from what I know of. I'm trying to think who else plays for Lille. Jonathan David. I remember Jonathan David. We've been linked with him pretty much every year. Never really got a chance to watch him properly. And listen, for what people are telling me, as I've said to many people, I've heard good things about Fonseca. If Tim Steidten wants him, I trust him. Tim Steidten worked with Xabi Alonso. He worked with Xabi Alonso last year. So I think that tells you all you need to know with the Leverkusen stuff, with the deals he's tried to get over the line. Now, a lot of people actually credit him with Alvarez and Kudus, but I'm pretty sure that was mainly down to Rob Newman and Mark Noble. You got the Mavropanos deal done. Mavropanos causes a lot of divide, even with me. But I've heard from other YouTube channels that he tried to get the academy to play three at the back as well, so he could get like a three at the back manager. I think Fonseca plays a four though. I think Fonseca plays a 4-2-3-1. I could be wrong, but it's a different 4-2-3-1, not the 4-2-3-1 we play. Where you just get the ball and hit it long, and then no one comes to receive the ball. That's how West Ham play. But would I take Fonseca? I don't know. Probably. The thing is, I'd take him mainly because of Steidten, not because of what I know. Now, some people think that he might be a David Sullivan target, but the key thing to the fact that he won't be a David Sullivan target is because David Sullivan is not involved anymore. Now, David Sullivan is not involved in the managerial search anymore. It's all down to Tim Steidten. The ex-West Ham employee has been saying it. Obviously, people are going to do this whole thing with they don't trust David Sullivan. I don't trust David Sullivan either. I would never trust David Sullivan. But the fact that he's taken a break from footballing decisions, he's got a technical director in, a lot of people will be like, oh, but Steve Cooper and all this. Are you going off the bookies? Are you going off the bookies? Don't go off the bookies. Gary O'Neill's not coming. Gary O'Neill will stay at Wolves. Michael Carrick is not coming. Steve Cooper's not coming. David Moyes is going. There you go. And also, Lopetegui is not coming. Tuto Mocato Web, or whatever it is, yeah, it's not a reliable source. When you go on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, look at the source first. Look at the source first. It's the same people that said Paquetá was agreed a deal with Man City already. Well, he hasn't. He just hasn't, though, has he? And people are getting gassed about that already. It's just not true. Paquetá will leave for Man City this summer. I think that's pretty much guaranteed. But he hasn't agreed a deal yet. He hasn't agreed anything yet. I'm sure personal terms will be fine. And I'm sure they'll clear the whole thing of the betting stuff because they can't prove anything. He hasn't done anything. Look at the sources. Lopetegui's not coming. An ex-West Ham employee, I'm pretty sure, said on the West Ham Way YouTube channel, I need to watch that video, that Lopetegui has been swept away by the club. Now, his agent is really trying to put into every source that Lopetegui is linked. He's trying to get the AC Milan job as well, and that's not happening. He's not getting an AC Milan job. He's not getting a West Ham job. Forest should have got him. Even though Nuno's doing not a bad job, but I reckon Lopetegui would have been better for Forest than Nuno. Not saying Nuno's done bad, though. He's actually probably slightly more wrong. I don't think Steve Cooper's going to take us to Europe and just keep us at Europe. I actually liked Steve Cooper when he was at Forest, but from the start of this season where he was doing some mad shit, he was just playing one attacker pretty much every game. Like, some of the stuff he was doing, I was just questioning it. With the squad that we have now, from what I'm hearing of Fonseca, it looks like and sounds like he will get the best out of this squad. And that's what we need. The dream is Amorim. My second choice was Arne Slot. It looks like I don't know whether he's going to Liverpool, but he's in contact with Liverpool right now. The problem is that if Jurgen Klopp was staying, maybe we'd have a better chance of getting Amorim by now. Maybe we'd have a better chance of getting Arne Slot. So I'm going to be almost indifferent when backing Fonseca because I don't know him. I don't know him that much, but people are telling me he's done a good job. And I'll be watching all the videos, all the breakdowns of how he plays and pre-season. I'll keep an eye on everything. But for now, nothing's happened right now. But Fonseca is the one that we're more interested in right now. And Amorim is... The talks have not broken down, but it's just... They're not advancing right now, are they? But if he's going to assess his options, there's still... You never know, there's still a chance of us going back in. But I'm clutching onto straws, if I'm being completely honest. Amorim was the dream, though. But make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. And also, the watch along is tonight. So make sure to check that out as well. And social medias are in the description if you want to follow me, and the email for the inquiries. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.